I'm very glad to be here in Oceanland Sales Office. We will have an amazing interview today with one of the most exciting developers in town. Welcome, thank you so much for taking time. I would like to ask you to introduce yourself and say a few words about yourself.
Thank you for being here today. My name is Francois. I'm a French Canadian from Montreal. I moved in Florida in 1990. Our specialty in Canada was retirement homes. In Florida, our intention was to start retirement homes, but we bought a lot of land on the beach, and we built and we developed a lot of condominiums. We're still doing the same thing. We have always 6 to 12 projects on the different stage of construction, and we love the lifestyle of Florida. That's why I moved here.
That's amazing. Actually, this is what I hear from the developers. I used to ask them that, what brought you here? But you were telling that the lifestyle, the weather, and probably in Canada it's really cold, so probably you like the warm weather.
It's cold, a lot of tax, the union is very strong, and just the weather, the days are longer. During winter in Canada, it's dark up to 9 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah, I'm from Hungary, so I know exactly what you are talking about. So, Jean-Francois, please tell me a little bit about your background. You mentioned that you have been also a developer in Canada. And what did you do? What is your educational background? Are you an architect or a developer, an economist?
People don't know. I was supposed to go in college to become a sculptor and a mathematician, which I study in mathematics. But very young, I study in business administration. I got my license in accounting. I worked for Archer Anderson. I did my internship with Archer Anderson. And I very young started doing development. And our business in Canada was those high-end retirement homes. And this is what we did, and our intention was to do the same thing.
So for you, developing beautiful homes like you are doing right now in Fort Lauderdale was much more attractive.
We love to develop high-end product. Very young, I realized, and that's what we did in Canada. We were in the best neighborhood, and we do the same thing here. We develop on the beach, on the intercoastal, but only in the best area.
Mm-hmm. So who are your customers? You are from Canada. I think that you have something for Canadians, maybe?
I love to work with Canadians. Actually, it's true because, it's different culture. The language obviously make it easier when we speak the same language, same culture. But our buyers are 90% local people. Very surprising, most of our condominiums are sold. Half of them are sold with people with half miles in the area. It's people who want to downsize their big houses. And we presently are developing properties for empty nester. People who have a big house. It's a product that was not existing before. It's a new concept, it's a new product. If it's working very well, people are coming from big house, don't want to make sacrifice. They still want their big kitchen, they want the high ceiling, they want the gas stove. This is what we're offering. And on top of it, we're offering boat dock, roof terrace, at proximity of the intercoastal and the beach. Walking distance from all the restaurant and the beach. Best of both worlds.
That's beautiful. So this means that your customers are mostly the ones who still would like to keep the size of the unit, but they don't want to take the responsibility of the gardener, of the pool maintenance, and all the unnecessary part. They love to enjoy the condominium.
Over 80% of our buyers are empty nester. The kids are gone to college and they want to enjoy life. They have all the resources in the world, they just want to enjoy life.
That's beautiful.
And they don't want the cutting grass, pool, And our projects are more boutique condominium. They love the privacy, they love the fact the condo fees are less, but the privacy, I think, is probably one of the big points.
Do you have any favorite location or area what you are enthusiastic about in Fort Lauderdale?
I love anything close of Las Olas because you have all the restaurant and you have the beach. It's a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. It's a lifestyle.
I have to tell you something. Jean-Francois Roy was inviting me to his favorite restaurant another day, and also he was jumping with me on his little golf cart, and we went around his developments. He has 2 streets, what he is kind of like owning in this neighborhood in Las Olas, which is one of the most beautiful part of Fort Lauderdale. And what he is doing, he is developing next to each other each of the houses. He's buying and building it and making it the transformation in these 2 streets. So this is something like strategical that you were thinking of, right?
You know, that area where we are on Las Olas is the area where you have all those mansions, and there was 2 streets built in early 1951 for small hotel for seasonal people. And this is what we're buying. Those streets, like it was forgotten time. So we just came in and, you know, we bought in the last 2-3 years, you know, many of the properties. We saw seize the opportunity. And, you know, it's good for everyone. It's good for the
Are you
neighborhood.
also building single-family homes or just the only condominium?
We just do condominium.
Condominium.
We never build single-family home. We just that's our retirement homes or condominium. But in condominium only large high-end. We never did small condominium or low-end condominium. It's only always the top.
Okay. Regarding the buyers, I would like to ask you a few questions. That why would you recommend for buyers to buy something in a pre-construction phase, or why would you recommend for your buyers to buy pre-construction projects?
You know, the beauty with just delivering presently some of the project. The beauty, I love to do a closing when every buyers have $250,000 profit from the beginning. So they anxious to close, they're happy to close, and you know, they're just starting on the right.
So this means that when they're buying in the pre-construction phase, the down payment and the payments what they make, it's less than the value of the property when they do the closing.
Yes, a little bit, yes.
So that's why they gain almost $500,000 just because they purchased pre-construction.
They just buy at a good time.
That's a good thing. This is something
we
what
give value.
everybody...
The land we have is land that we bought at the right price. You know, we all know the recession about 4 or 5 years ago. You know, we just bought land at the right price, and we're happy with, you know, our business plan. So it's a lot of value for the buyer. We will probably not be able to build today at the price that people are buying,
the land
you know,
itself.
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. What about customization? Are you open when you have a new buyer and they say that, oh, I would like to buy something, but I would like to change the floor, I would like to change the kitchen? How open you are in this case?
This is something very special. We have done major renovation to our buyer, and usually a developer in the big project you cannot do that. But in those small boutique condominium, it's more personal. And we did some beautiful, beautiful unit, you know.
So you are also finishing the unit?
We are open to do that, yes.
Mm-hmm. So this is something specific, what I would like to share with our viewers, with our clients and the buyers, the potential buyers, that in South Florida, most of the developments are coming designer ready, which means that the kitchen is completely ready with appliances, and the bathrooms are completely ready with flooring, but the living areas and also the bedrooms are not with floor, and also the painting and also the lighting is not included, right?
In our case, 90% of our buyer, we customize their unit.
All right. So this is an advantage, that you can make something custom for yourself, because the developer has the opportunity to provide the choices, what is available on the market, and you can also finish for the complete unit for them, because you have the workforce and you have the experience.
They just come back with the toothbrush and their bikini, and they can come back.
Oh, beautiful!
Right
I like
and
that.
many of our condominium have the dock and the terrace on the roof. They just come, they just bring their furniture, and they're ready the day they close to move in.
They enjoy the sun.
Safe time.
That's good. How do you see the buyers? Like, you are in this development industry for long term, how do you see the buyers are changing, like 5 years ago or right now?
It's very, very different, mainly with our product. Our product is for the baby boomer, you know, and they are extremely demanding, which make our job more enjoyable because we don't do two buildings the same, and we're just making them a little bit better and better. And you know, it's fun because you have to find what's new and the best. Our buyer want the best. They want the gas. They want the Sub-Zero. They want whatever is new. This is what they want. And this is what we sell. We sell the latest toys.
So I hear it from the market actually that there's a great interest from the buyers for the very high-end finishing, very high-end, the location, for the luxury recently.
Yep.
Do you experience the same?
That's yes, okay. But our buyers are very conservative. They know value. You know, they shop, and that's what we want. We want our buyer to go to see every project. Go every project, come to see, and at the end, look, it's value. And our buyers are sophisticated. They come from, most of them come from big house that they build themselves, they renovate, you know, so they know about value and they know about quality.
So this is actually a very big compliment for you that your buyers, the buyers are choosing you. Everybody who was building their previous home where they were paying attention for the smallest details, and they are leaving their previous home and they are coming to something which is as beautiful or even more convenient than they are before.
Yes, and they can see. They come at our sales office, they can see the kitchen, they can see the quality. They have an idea before. Before they commit, they can see the product. It's good.
So tell me a little bit about the current projects. What is the current one which is the most exciting one? What do you like the most?
We are just deliver Aquavita. We are about 4 or 5 months to deliver Aqua Luna. We're starting next week Aqua Mar and next month Aqua Blue. So we're relatively busy, you know.
It is.
And they're all different. The beauty, they're all different. They all have something different.
I'm just curious, how many units or how many square feet you have been built before?
Oh, before we built a lot of units, hundreds and hundreds, approximately 1,000 of units. The new product we're doing is a little bit different. They are larger. I would say our average square feet about 3,000 square feet, which is relatively big. They have 3 and 4 bedroom, but they all have the same concept. They all have 10, 11-foot ceiling, tall glass to ceiling windows, huge balconies. And we love double corner. We try to have as much double corner, meaning you see the ocean, the water, you see the front of the building, you see the corner, so it's a lot of light. And our product is all open. You walk in your unit, it's all open. Huge kitchen. Our kitchen is probably 2 times the size of any of our competitor. Many don't cook, but you know, they love, it's like 80% don't have boat, but they all love having boat slip. You know, and it's all included in the price. We don't nickel and dime. You come, you have everything. You have your roof terrace, you have your boat slip, you have everything included.
So this is the luxury lifestyle in the condominium, in the water, because you have these boat slips, and also with a large scale, so large kitchen, large units, double size of kitchen, high ceiling, so they can have everything what they had before in their houses. Actually,
if I may, it's better because they have better kitchen. Oh wow, this is not, it's a one step because what they have is like 10 years old or 15 years old. This is our buyer.
Tell me one story, maybe you remember one story. What was your funniest or most interesting or most shocking experience with a buyer? What they asked from you, or what was what surprised you as well after so many units?
We had a buyer who was in the 80s who was interested by the terrace, because he wanted to make sure it's private on the roof terrace so he can sunbathe naked.
So this is something really exciting. And
That was pretty interesting.
and he was buying finally?
Of course, but obviously, yes, it's private. So that's what he was interested. He wanted to have a private place. He was coming from a big house, 1,000 feet from here, but he wanted the privacy. He wanted to have the terrace on the roof.
This is something amazing. So I want to ask you a little bit about neighborhoods. I know that you are building in Fort Lauderdale. Why not Miami or Orlando? Or what was the experience? When was the moment then you said, like, here?
We build everywhere along the coast between Miami and Palm Beach. Right now, I love to specialize and understand my market. I don't like competing in Miami because it's a little bit the different culture. It's like being in China for me. For me, it's like we understand what the buyers want. Our buyers, when people walk through the door, we can tell what they want. We know what they want. We know what they make them happy.
So how are you selling Fort Lauderdale for your buyers?
Most of them are from here. Half of them, a quarter of the people come from Weston. They're people, they come for nightlife here, but they are from big house and the kids are out and they want to come in a place where it's more enjoyable for when you have no kids.
So this is like the Fort Lauderdale nightlife. The ocean is closer and they can boat, they can use their boat or they can buy a boat if they did not have any. And do you have anything else what they like or what is like a special in Fort Lauderdale?
What the buyer like, they love, it's the terrace. They love the private terrace on the roof. It was having your elevator going from your apartment directly on your private terrace was a big...
So everybody has a private little piece of the terrace on the rooftop,
Yes.
which is
Private,
only
completely
there,
private.
only there.
No one see you, just go there, That was a big thing.
I would like to ask you a few things about the foreign currency changes. I know that you have local buyers, but Miami and Florida and South Florida and also Fort Lauderdale is still like feeling the change of the market. But I hear from developers and different industry professionals that Fort Lauderdale is really stronger now than Miami in number of new constructions, in number of developments. And the foreign buyers are also in this market already. Do you experience this, that you have more? And if yes, then how do you feel the foreign currency is going to change the market?
The advantage we have is simple, it's value. You buy nicer, better, good quality for half price of Miami. It's very simple. People are sophisticated. You take your car, it's 20 minutes, half an hour maximum. So people are sophisticated. You don't have the traffic, you have the language. And the big thing we're seeing right now is just the opening of the airport. The airport of Fort Lauderdale just doubled the capacity. And now the cruise line is coming. So it is really, the overflow of what's happening in Miami. Now people are coming to Fort Lauderdale.
Regarding the Fort Lauderdale airport, is this true that the cheap flights are also coming from South America to the Fort Lauderdale airport?
It's coming from everywhere now. And honestly, it's coming from everywhere, because Miami, it's you see the traffic in Miami. I love Miami, and I love to go there for nightlife, but the traffic is something. So this is a different product.
Yeah, I know
it's not good for everyone. It's for our buyer, it's perfect. Remember, our buyer is usually a little bit older, the baby boomer. And the baby boomer, they love the quality. They don't go at bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. But they're not the people of Boca Raton where
So it's between. So you still have the nightlife and you still have the excitement of this South Florida, like close to Miami.
You have so many new restaurants opening on Las Olas. It's almost every month you have a new restaurant, which is great. Good restaurant.
A little bit about yourself. I'm very curious that you were an accountant, you came here and you made these amazing projects, but what are you doing when you are not working?
Cycling. I love cycling.
Cycling?
Cycling is my passion. I'm very competitive. I love to go with team and I love to be the first one. I love climbing hill before people. So this is my passion.
Where do you cycle?
On A1A, we're going to Palm Beach or Miami, and that's my passion.
Actually, I'm very proud because as we are the organizer of the Miami New Construction Show, I have to tell this little story how I met Jean-Francois Roy. Last year when we had the first year of the show, I was calling Jean-Francois Roy like, maybe it would be a good idea to come to show the buyers their project. And he was saying that first I want to see what you are putting together. And then he came to the show with the architect Reynaldo Borges. Reynaldo introduced us, and Jean-Francois was telling me, Anita, book my booth right now.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I want to be part of it.
Forever.
So
Forever.
So I'm very glad, and we are ready for the show. How do you feel about, we have this amazing show like Boat Show. In Miami we have Art Basel, and now we have Miami New Construction Show. How do you see the value of these entertainment and these events are bringing to the market?
I think what you're doing is exceptional, and I think it will be here for a long time because it's something that people don't know. You know, people need to go in one place and see all the options, and they take a better choice, better decision. They have to, you need the information. They go in one place, every main developers are there, so they can see, and they can compare.